Hello, children. Children, do you like painting? And imagine if you had a magic paint brush with you, what would you do with it? Today, I, Kahani Wale Nani, am going to tell you a story based on a Chinese folk tale. The story is The Magic Paint Brush. Listen, children. This is a story of long, long ago. There lived a small boy, Ma Lang, in a small village in China. He was all alone, but he was very good and helpful. He made his living how? By doing small jobs such as cutting wood, tending the cattle for the other people in the village. Lang would take the farmer's cattle to the forest for grazing. One day, while going to the forest, Lang stopped near a school. He saw children drawing and painting. How much Lang wished to draw and paint, but didn't have enough money to buy even a paint and a brush. He became sad, and when he reached the forest, an idea struck him. He picked up a stick and began drawing on the soft mud. He looked around. There were trees, fruits, and what did he draw? A tree with fruits, leaves, and branches. Now every day Lang would draw on the mud, sometimes animals, sheep, cow, and sometimes fruits, and sometimes even the sky, clouds, and the sun. With practice day by day, his drawings became better and better. One day Lang was sitting and he was just thinking, oh, how much I wish I would get a paintbrush. But he was well aware of his condition and that he couldn't afford it. That night, while laying down on the bed, he thought, I wish some magic happens and I get a paintbrush. And he began imagining as to what he would do with a paintbrush. Soon he felt asleep. Children, when we sleep, many a times we dream, isn't it? And Lang also began dreaming. Do you know what? Yes. What did he see in his dream? He saw he was sitting under a tree. It was night and dark. Just then a light flashed, and Lang looked up. He saw an old man with a white curly hair, a long beard, and a long gown, standing in front of him. Before Lang could say anything, the old man began saying, Dear Lang, I know you. I know you don't know me. But I know you are a good boy, always ready to help others. And also, you love painting. I know you always long for a paint and a brush, but cannot afford it. Hearing this, Lang was scared as well as surprised. The old man took out a shining paint brush from his pocket and gave it to Lang and said, Here, this is a paint brush for you. But mind you, this is no ordinary paintbrush. This is a magic paintbrush. And whatever you will paint with this brush will become real after you finish painting it. Mind you, this brush will work only if you use it for the for helping others without any greed or selfishness. And the old man vanished. Lang woke up with a startle, and to his surprise, what did he see? He saw the same brush beside him. He couldn't believe his eyes and then became very happy. In the morning, he went to the kitchen and painted a glass of milk and some cookies, and soon, as he finished painting, the glass of milk and cookies became real. He was surprised and he slowly put a cookie in his mouth, and it was very, very tasty. Now Lang was very happy. He had a magic paint brush and he went towards the forest. On the way, whom did he meet? He saw an old farmer carrying water to water his crops. The old man was looking exhausted and tired. Lang thought for a moment, asked him, "Why are you so tired?" And he said, "Previously I had to walk. I had a well, and now it is all dried up. Now I have to walk a long way to get water to water my crops." Lang thought for a moment, and he sat down and he painted a well. And just as he finished painting the well, what happened? The well became real, filled with water. And the old farmer, was very happy and thanked Lang. And now Lang went further. And now he saw a woman whose children were crying. Lang asked, "Ma'am, why are these children crying?" The lady said, "My children are hungry and crying for milk, but I don't have any cow or milk to feed them." Now Lang sat down and painted a big fat cow, and as soon as he finished painting, what happened? The cow became real. The lady became happy and blessed Lang. Now Lang drew some toys and gave them to the children. He smiled as smiles appeared on the faces of these children. In this manner, Lang helped the villagers. He would paint the things they needed. Soon Lang and his paintbrush fame spread all over. People would say, "Lang, why don't you use the paintbrush to become rich?" Lang would say, "I am already very rich. I have the blessings of all of you, and that's my wealth." Now the head man of the village was a greedy man. When he heard about Lang and his paintbrush, he said, "Oh, such a lovely and valuable thing with a poor boy Lang. Actually, I should have it, and I can use it to be more powerful, more rich." And he ordered his servant to go and get the paintbrush. But did Lang get the paintbrush? He refused. And then the servant, what did they do? They tied Lang up and snatched the magic paintbrush. The headman was happy and he invited all his friends and relatives for tea. Why? To show them the magic of the magic paintbrush. Now the headman painted some goodies, but did they become real after he finished the painting? No, he was surprised and angry. Now he called Lang and said, "Now you have to paint for me some pictures which I want. And if you want to get free, you have to do this." Lang did not want to help the greedy man, but he wanted also to be free. He decided to teach him a lesson. After a while, he said, "Yes, sir. Tell me, what shall I paint for you?" The headman said, "Okay, fine. Paint for me a golden mountain, and so that after it gets real, I will have lots and lots of gold." Lang smiled and painted a sea, and soon it became real. Seeing the sea, the headman got angry. "I told you to paint a mountain, and you have painted a sea. I want gold and not fishes." Lang said, "Don't worry. The golden mountain is on the other side of the sea." And he drew a mountain on the other side of the sea. The headman said, "Now paint for me a big ship so that I can go and fetch the gold." Lang did the same. The headman started after boarding the ship and sailed towards the mountain. When the headman reached the mountain, Lang thought, "The person who wants to paint with greed in mind doesn't deserve to come back." And you know what he did? He drew a strong wind and a big wave in the sea, and so There was a high tide forever in the sea, and the headman couldn't come back. As for Lang, he continued painting with the magic brush and helping the villagers. So, children, how did you like this story, The Magic Brush? And to hear more such interesting stories, visit my YouTube channel www.youtube.com/kahaniwalinani. Subscribe and do not forget to press the bell button so that you never miss a new story from me. If you like the story, press the like button and send your comments too. You can share the story with your friends by clicking on the share button. And we'll meet you again next week with a new story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.